Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to create 10 cards with the Spellbinders Card Kit of the month for September. This is the little phone that we created during the unboxing. If you guys missed the unboxing, I'll list it at the end. But we're going to use this for our first card today. Love bones! Love this cute little phone. So the name of this month's card kit is called Together is the Best. And I love that the dies create this phone. So with that being said, let's throw this phone on top of a frame. I'm using one of the chipboard frames that are in the chipboard pack. There's 12 different frames. We're going to use a few of them for our projects today. I am going to add some white cardstock behind my frame. They're adhesive back, so you would just need to remove the release paper and it'll expose the adhesive. I'm going to take that and use it to my advantage and add my cardstock behind it. I'm going to remove the release paper off of my phone and place my phone on my frame. And once we have our phone on the frame, we're going to go ahead and grab our card base. I'm going to add a couple pieces of pattern paper. My first one is the green one, and it measures 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. The card bases are all the 10 card bases that came with the kit this month. There's also adhesive and foam tape. I'm bringing in my own just because it's faster, and especially with the foam squares that I use. They're from Spellbinders, and actually they're very fabulous. I'll list them down below, but you can use the foam adhesive that's included in the kit, which is really nice. Now, the plus white pattern paper that I just added on top of the green measures 3.5 inches by 4 3/4. I just matted those two together and then added my picture frame with the phone on top. Now this little, like a ribbon banner, was in the die cut pack. I layered the Love This black circle on top of it and then added my glossy accents on the top of it. It's gonna, when it dries, I'll show you at the end, it dries almost like a little button badge. So I love the way that turned out. So that was one. Now we're working on number 2. I have a 1-inch strip of the yellow pattern paper. I just fishtailed the very bottom of it. We're going to adhere that down the center of our second card base here. Next we have 2 strips of the green cardstock. It was left over from my first project. And then we have this pattern paper. This pattern paper measures 3 3/4 inches by 5. This is going to go over our fishtail banner. And then these 2 strips we're going to add fishtailing at the top and bottom to create little banners with them. We're going to crisscross them so it's almost an X. And then for my sentiment, I'm going to use one of the die cut pieces that says "Memories to love and cherish forever." It's the same color, so I thought we'd just layer them together and create another little badge. This is going to go in the center of our pattern paper, and I did add foam adhesive behind it. We're going to embellish this card a little bit with the butterflies that came in the die cut pack. There's 3 of them. There's actually 6 because you get 2 of each, but I'm going to just take the 3 different colors, the pink, the yellow, and the gray here, and we're going to add those to our card. And then that will finish off card number 2. Something a little different with those banners. I do go over the butterfly bodies here with my journey glaze. And we're going to move along to card number 3. I have some pattern paper. It measures 5 1/4 inches by 4 inches. We're going to adhere that to our card base. Today's third card, we're going to go ahead and make a landscape style card. I trim my paper just so we have a little bit of a border on the edge. And then I have the pink pattern paper. It's kind of a tone on tone. We're going to adhere that to the center of our blue pattern paper. The pink pattern paper measures 4 inches wide by 3 inches tall. I'm going to use my white gel pen and we're going to add faux stitching around this, give it a kind of a homey kind of feel. And then I do have all of the 3 homes that are in the die cut pack, and we're going to layer those in the center of our pink panel here. I'm kind of pushing them a little bit towards the right because on the left is where we're going to put our sentiment. My first largest one we adhere directly to our card base, and then The black roof one we popped up, and then the green roof one we adhered directly to our card base. Now I die cut out a circle with white cardstock, and then I am using one of the chipboard stickers. This says Home Sweet Home. I just adhered the Home Sweet Home chipboard sticker to my white circle, and then we added that to our card. For my sentiment, I added From All of Us, and my stick left my chipboard sticker, so I'm adhering it with my tape runner. You might have to do that to a few of these, but I did. There's a house in the chipboard sticker too, so I added that right above my sentiment and popped that up as well. So we have 4 houses in total, and then I went ahead and added one of my little chipboard hearts just above the houses, and that finishes card number 3. Now card number 4, I have 3 different strips of pattern paper. I have the pink, the green, and the yellow. I did this because the colors are very close to the colors of the little die cut pieces that you see here. I have the pink Cherished, the green Treasured, and then the yellow Adored. I'm adhering all of these strips to a piece of white cardstock. The white cardstock measures 3 3/4 inches by 5, and then each of the strips measure 1 3/4 inches high by 3 3/4 inches long. I just popped my panel up and placed it on my card base. Next we're going to add a couple flowers. I'm going to add one to the top left corner and one to the bottom right. And then I love these little plates, so I have lots of brads, guys, so I'm bringing in some white brads. If you don't have brads, you could actually fake it and use some white enamel dots, but I have brads, so I'm going to go ahead and add brads to each one of these little labels, or I guess they're called labels. So I'm going to decorate them with a little bit of texture, and then I'll pop up each one of these and place them on the coordinating colored cardstock that are on my card base. So first one is the yellow, and that says Adored, and I'm just going to continue on until they're all evenly spaced straight down the middle. This is a pretty simple card, but I love the way this turned out. I'm going to embellish my card a little bit with some gemstones. These are the Spellbinders Color Essential Crystal Mix. I just added a few for some sparkle, and that finishes card 4. For my next card, we're going to go ahead and take another piece of pattern paper. This is a pretty simple one. This measures 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. I'm adhering that to my card base. And then I have a piece of white cardstock I trimmed down so it'll fit behind my frame. This is the white frame with the gold embossed, not embossed, but the gold detail on it. Once we have our white cardstock adhered, we're going to go ahead and flip this over, add some foam adhesive behind it, and place that inside the center of our pattern paper there. And then I have 2 hearts from the die cut pack. One of them has the pluses on it. I directly adhered that to inside my frame, and then the smaller heart is a florally color that almost coordinates with the pattern paper. I popped that up and placed that, layered them both together, and then added my sentiment that says Beautiful, and that was part of the chipboard pack too. So pretty easy card, but that's card number 5. For my next card, I have 2 1-inch strips of the white with the black pluses on it, and we're going to adhere one to the bottom and one to the top. Now the width of these are 3 3/4 inches. So once those are adhered to my card base, we're going to layer three more pieces of pattern paper. I have the yellow. It measures 3 inches wide, no 3 inches tall, sorry, by 3 3/4 inches wide. We're going to adhere that to our green pattern paper. They're all the same width, which is 3 3/4. So yellow is 3 inches tall. The green is 4.5 inches tall. So we're just basically layering them all together. And then my last floral piece here is a 2-inch tall strip. This is going to go directly on my card base, and then we're going to add some flowers. The ones that have the little birds on there, I'm adding it to a small circle that I die cut out with vellum, And then we're going to flip this over, add this. A little bit's going to be overhanging, and that's okay. We're going to trim off the excess. And then for my sentiment, I have the tag. That's such a pretty tag. It has sweet at the very bottom. I'm going to stamp the sentiment that's in the stamp set that says, "You are beautiful inside and out." I'm just going to use my black ink, stamp that right above the sweet, and then I'm going to thread my tag with some black twine and pop it up and place it right next to my bird image here. Now once we have that adhered, I'm going to use one of the chipboard, actually let's use two of the chipboard flowers. It's almost the same pattern as our floral paper there, so it's kind of blending real good together, but I'll take both of those and put them on the top and bottom of our tag here. And I'm also going to take the little banner that's in the chipboard pack and place that on the top of our card. It says "Love You Forever." Now I'm going to embellish my card here with some Ranger diamond stickles. It's going to add a real pretty warm golden glitter to our card, and that finishes card 6. A little bit of sparkle there, but lots of layers. And you might have to reinforce your chipboard stickers, guys. They don't seem to be sticking too well. Okay, card number 3. We're going to make a Happy Day card. So I have another frame. This is the pink one with the gold detail. I'm adding some yellow pattern paper behind this frame. And then we're going to take the happy, the gold happy in the puffy stickers here, add that towards the bottom of our frame, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the day too. I'm going to kind of evenly space it. So I'll add the D and the Y and then put the A right in between. That's the best way to evenly space your block sentiments here. I also have one of the die cuts that says Happy Day. It's pink with a gold Happy Day on there. That's going to go in between the happy and the day. I'm not going to add any pattern paper other than that yellow, so we're just going to pop this up and place this directly on our card base here. Now in the die cut pack, there is also a cake on a pedestal with candles. I'm going to add a foam square behind it and then use my anti-static powder tool, go around that sticker area, and then just helps it so it doesn't stick where I don't want it to. We're going to pop that up and place that inside our frame just above the happy. And I'm going to go ahead and add just a couple extra little gold hearts on the side that my Happy Day is kind of overlapping there. And then that finishes card number 7. We're going to move along to card number 8. I take that back. Before we do move along to 8, I am going to add some more of those sparkles with my Ranger diamond stickles there. And now we're good to go. Now for card number 8, we are going to take one of the die cut pieces. This says, "Wishing you the happiest of days." I die cut out, I didn't die cut out, trimmed out a piece of vellum that was a little bit larger than that. And I just secured them both together with my tape runner. Now I have 3 pieces of the florals that were in the die cut pack. I'm going to add 2 to the bottom of my sentiment that we added vellum to, and then 1 to the top. I just glued them together now. This way I can flip the whole thing over and then add foam adhesive behind it. This one's a pretty easy card, but I like the outcome. I place that in the center of my card base, and then I want to use the XO and my little gold puffy stickers here. Place that at the very bottom, and then after we have our XO added, I'm going to add some more of those Ranger diamond stickles all over those little flowers for some added sparkle. And then that finishes card number 8. Pretty simple card, but I like how soft it is. Okay, for card number 9, we are going to use 2 of the round chipboard frames and a piece of pattern paper. The pattern paper measures 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. I'm just matting this on some white cardstock. Okay, this way I can go ahead and take that and place it on my card base. You can skip the white cardstock, but I like the layers. Once we have this adhered, I have both of my frames. They layer beautifully together, guys. You just remove the release paper and then you can line up the scallops, and it creates dimension and creates a real pretty frame when you layer them together. Okay, I do have a white circle that I die cut out. This is going to go behind my frame, and then we're going to stamp our sentiment inside it. The sentiment I'm stamping is from our stamp set, and it says, "Wishing you a day filled with love." I think the sentiments in this Together is the Best card kit are so pretty. And then you have your little babushka dolls that I didn't babushka. I just like saying that. But I haven't used those in my projects today, but I think they're so cute. Okay, I had adhered my frame there. Next we're going to add a little bit of floral by using the die cut wheelbarrow with the flowers in it. And then I'm going to use some of those puffy sentiment strips here. I'm going to use Forever Friends and Happy Birthday. I put them right next to the wheelbarrow. I'm going to embellish the inside of my frame with 2 hearts. I chose the pink and the green there. And then I'm going to take some more of my Color Essential Gems. These are the crystal mix. And in between the hearts on the frames, there is a little mark, and I'm just filling in that mark with the gem. So it's perfectly evenly spaced, and we have some extra sparkle there. That's card number 9, guys. Now for card 10, we have a couple of pieces of pattern paper. This one here has the very faint brick on it. It measures 4 inches by 4 inches. This is going to go on the very bottom of my card base. Then I have the floral pattern paper. It measures 1 3/4 inches by 4 inches. This is going to go on the very top. So we have a little border on our base. I have a 1/2 inch strip of the yellow pattern paper. I'm adhering this to some white cardstock. Now I'm doing this for stability because we're going to adhere this to a piece of vellum, and then I'm going to wrap some black and black licorice twine around this piece. So let's center this, add our yellow strip, and then trim off the excess and add our twine. And then this is going to go on the seam of both of our pattern papers here. I have a couple more pieces of the die cuts. For my sentiment, I have the one that says "Good Things Grow Here." I think that's so pretty, and I just popped that up on top of another die cut that has the circle with the flourish on it. I popped that up with foam adhesive and then placed it right next to the bow. Right underneath it, we're going to add 3 little puffy hearts, and then also the thanks and the sentiment puffy stickers here. And then we have a thank you card. So that finishes our final card today. Now we're going to go over all 10 cards that we made with the Spellbinders Card Kit of the month for September 2021. It's called Together is the Best. And if you're interested in the card kit, I can't get these straight for some reason, so I'm going to fix it real fast. But if you're interested in the kit, I'll list it down below. But it's a great value for everything that you get, and I hope this gives you some ideas on how to use the kit. And you can see here the glossy or the Journey Glaze dried, and it looks like a little button or a little badge. So I love the way that turned out. But I thank you so much for joining me, guys. I really always enjoy creating with the Spellbinders Card Kit of the month, and I can't believe it's September already. My goodness. But I hope you enjoyed my projects. Have a fabulous day, guys. We're still going. We have 2 more left. Oh, over on my blog, guys, I have still shots too. Usually the very first picture, since there's 10 cards, I have my very favorite. So you can kind of guess which one's my favorite. But have a great day. We will see you soon, guys. Bye-bye.